You're ready.
가자.
Let's go.
I need coffee. So let's go.
시애틀 커클랜드에서의 첫 아침. 저렇게 잤어요. 저렇게. Let's go.
Yeah, it's similar to what I put on the deck here.
Coffee.
Yeah, you cannot live without coffee. 코스코에서 그 생수 팔잖아요. 이 커클랜드 워터일 거예요 아마.
He's just making stuff up.
미국 사람들은 이렇게 수돗물 그냥 마시는 경우가 굉장히 많아요. 이렇게 자기 지역에 물이 괜찮은 경우에. 코스코 워터. 한국에서 먹던 물보다 염소 냄새가 좀 덜해요.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's also the filtered water option.
Filtered Kirkland water. Same taste. 레이 삼촌 젊었을 때 모습.
With that camera up there, we should do like road trip karaoke.
Oh, we should.
Ma, yeah, yeah, bird, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
Is that camera on?
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Is it recording audio?
Yes.
Don't worry. Of course, you can talk about anything you want.
In case I happen to want to, like, you know, do something like pick my nose back here, or
Go for it.
I'll warn you guys ahead of time.
I'll censor.
Just cover it like this.
I'll censor it like this. The microscope solved. There are many windows. Ha ha ha.
We are first on our way to get some much needed breakfast. And then we are going to see some beautiful sights in Washington.
This way.
In the rain. We're embracing the rain.
방금 뒤에서 삼촌분이 시애틀 쪽에 살면은 나쁜 날씨는 없다. 그냥 예쁜 옷을 못 입을 뿐이지 라고 말씀하셨어요. 그래서 비가 하도 많이 오는 동네다 보니까 이 정도 비는 그냥 무시하면서 사시는 것 같아요.
You have arrived at your destination.
Thank you, sir.
워싱턴은 기름값이 너무 비싸서 그게 좀 흠이에요. 여기가 좀 싸다고 그래서 왔어요. 3.9달러.
Is he filling up gas?
Yes, he is.
캐시어 보라 그래가지고 캐시어 보러 가는 중이에요.
Yeah, vlogging?
Yes.
What are you doing?
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube?
Vlogs.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
YouTube.
What are these guys doing over there? I think the guy was wondering why Jen's walking around with the camera.
미국에서는 이렇게 카메라 들고 다니면 이렇게 관심 있어 하시는 분들이 굉장히 많아요.
Hey, dude, what's the camera for?
That's awesome.
I think Jin usually has kind of a friendly face, so
Yeah, he does have a look about him that's just warm and welcoming and friendly. Is it really just a mask, Ray? You can tell us the truth now that he's
Yeah,
not here.
he's
is that
friendly?
camera- No, he's recording us on the.
Is it recording? I don't think. Oh, it's recording. Yeah, it is. Oh, Jin, don't listen to this Jin, when you're editing. But, no, he's really just a friendly guy.
No.
He's very talkative,
Yeah, we know that. I was joking.
because English is his second language. I'm always impressed by the range of topics he can talk about. I mean, even if he's not talking with perfect grammar or anything, he's still confident when he's talking.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm just amazed. I could definitely never do that in Korean. Not in a million years. What is he? Why is it taking him so long?
He's probably interviewing the cashier.
He's probably getting more
gosh.
beef sticks.
Yeah.
Is there a random American harassing him?
여기가 미국 세븐일레븐인데 한국이랑은 완전히 다르죠. 삼각김밥은 안 팔아요.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. 아, 이게 가끔 카드가 안 읽혀가지고 이렇게 이게 점원한테 물어봐야 되는 경우가 많아가지고 그게 조금 불편한 것 같아요.
Thanks.
Let's go. You guys talked about me, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, everything is here.
I know, we mentioned that. We said to edit it out.
Yeah, just seems like a friendly guy, approachable, you know, just genuine guy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, now that he's gone, Ray, is that just a mask that he wears?
And I just told them all of your dirty secrets. I'm just kidding. Okay, so where are we
And then
going?
Rob said we have to lock the bedroom door tonight.
Yeah.
뒤에서 삼촌분이 여기 테크 산업이 굉장히 많이 발달되어 있고 마이크로소프트도 여기에
So
있잖아요.
in the off season,
그리고
you can just store your phone.
보잉사가 여기 있다고 보잉에서 일하라고 그래서 뒤에서 레이랑 저한테 꼬시고 계세요. 이것은 레이 삼촌분께서 강추하시고 좋아하시는 브런치 가게라고 하시더라고요. 그래서 위쪽으로 놀러 가기 전에 점심 먹으러 왔어요.
That's the one that we usually get. But then they have them with apple and maple and bacon.
And now you finish
Right?
want that closing counter, which sometimes
We usually get that as an appetizer.
keeping an appetizer. Didn't you want that to be the appetizer?
Look at this heat.
Stating the obvious.
I saw
The old-looking buildings.
I saw in front of the restaurant says cool.
Did it? Did it really say that?
Just kidding.
Oh.
미국에서는 이렇게 식당들이 메뉴가 엄청나게 많은 경우가 이렇게 많아요. 그리고 아마 여기 셰프들도 이거 다 외워서 하진 않을 거예요.
We are going to share the morning glory, but can we have that scrambled instead, please?
For us, we're gonna share the bacon and cheese omelet, please. Potatoes, please.
여기는 뭔가 한국으로 비교하자면 서울 사람들이 주말에 일산이나 파주 이런 데 가서 맛집 투어 뭐 이런 거 하는 그런 분위기인 것 같아요. What?
I understood what you were talking about.
What did I say?
You're saying like the vibe is so similar to Paju or Ilsan, like on the weekend, busy. It's a matchup, like popular restaurants to go see.
Yeah, 100%.
Look at me, I'm a genius.
레이가 이제 제가 옆에서 한국말로 하면은 거의 95% 이상을 알아들어요.
Believe it or not, I am smart. But smart people don't say they're smart, so just delete that from the video.
Spam.
My all-American spam shirt from the Spam Museum.
All right.
Selfie time. This, baby? What are you doing? Like this?
You could try with the cell phone too.
You guys are really like friendly. How long have you been married?
26 years.
와.
We've been together a long time.
금술이 굉장히 좋으세요.
A long time.
It'll be 26 in May.
Would you marry him again?
Yes, absolutely.
Would you marry her again?
100%. Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Let's divide the plates.
Cinnamon roll, appetizer, Rob.
미국에서는 이렇게 양이 많아가지고 하나 시켜서 나눠 먹는 것도 좋은 방법이에요. Thank you.
Best one there.
Coach me again. How do I say this is the best in Korean?
최고예요. 최고예요.
Taegu Yeo.
Yeah.
How do you like it? Oh.
Taegu Weo.
It was a couple of letters were wrong there, but it was good enough. 맛있어요.
맛있어요?
So good.
Jin, you need to eat yours while it's warm.
오케이. 달아요.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That looks good.
Thank you.
Help yourself.
They're jams.
Oh yeah. The potatoes are interesting. I think they mash it and then they fry it because it's crispy on the top but soft on the inside. It's good. Not even raining.
Nope.
Knock on wood.
It's not raining anymore.
In English, we always say knock on wood.
미국 사람들은 knock on wood라는 말을 많이 쓰는데요. 그게 무슨 뜻이냐면은 한국말로 번역하면 뭐 재수 없는 소리 하지 마, 뭐 이런 얘기예요. 예를 들어서 식당을 오픈했는데 장사가 너무 잘 돼요. 막 처음 오픈한 날. 근데 너 이러다 부자 되는 거 아니야? 그러면 knock on wood라고 해요. 언제든지 장사가 안 돼서 망할 수도 있는 거니까. 그래서 재수 없는 소리 하지 마라고 번역하면 될 것 같아요. Let's go. 저희는 지금 말 그대로 섬에 있어요. 섬에. 인디안 섬.
Look at that.
Boating community up here.
Wow, that looks fun. I want to take one of those out. Jin, this is your place. Campers, boats, outdoor activities galore. Smoked salmon. Oh, this right here. A smoked salmon shop.
It's open.
And the lights are on. Maybe they just don't get a lot of visitors.
That could be. They're all over.
Very happy. And there's some truffled cherries you're welcome to as well.
Oh, get out of cherries.
Here, take this. This is a truffled cherry. I'm not sure what that means, but delicious.
Most of our salmon is wild Alaskan salmon or from Lummi Island, but 99.9% is going to be Alaskan.
Yeah, great
wanna try?
prices here.
Yeah.
You get a sample.
So
샘플 양도 많이 주셨어요. 이 정도면 한 500원어치는 될 텐데.
Price markup. Oh my God.
So good.
So all of our case items here are 15% off today. In our freezer section over here, Amy,
진짜 워싱턴 오시면 훈제 연어 꼭 드셔보세요. 진짜 맛있어요.
If we lived close to here, you'd be in here all the time.
So you're visiting from Minnesota?
We sure are.
Nice.
Before that, they were living in Korea.
Yep.
Wow.
My wonderful husband is a South Korean national.
Welcome.
Now he's here in the U.S.
Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you. I'm excited to try our goodies.
Are you ready?
Yes, sorry.
So you both have the same brand of boots. What is it?
Oh, these are Blundstones.
Blundstones?
Yeah, they're popular. It's an Australian brand, I believe, but they became quite trendy again recently. They've been making the same style of boots for 100 years.
Very close to La Push right now. We have vampire sighting.
혹시 영화나 책 트와일라이트 보신 분들은 아시겠지만 이 배경이 워싱턴주거든요. 이 워싱턴주는 맨날 비가 오고 우중충하니까 뱀파이어들이 여기 워싱턴주에서 산다고 그런 얘기가 있어요.
In Washington, vampires are real and Bigfoot is fake. On September 11th, 2001, Crystal and my mom and I were camped at Bowen Bay. And there's, to the south is the would-be Naval Air Station.
Oh, wow. So, Jin, what they're saying is during 9/11, they were actually camping in this area. They didn't know what was happening, but there's a naval base around here. So there was some activity happening, and it was, probably a bit scary.
You fall here, you wake up dead.
That's so cool.
Why?
It's like there's like no bark on it, so it's just soft. The bark just peels off. It's soft.
와, 왜 이렇게 부드럽지?
Wow. Jin, smile.
와 완전 낭떠러지예요. 진짜 조심해야 되겠어요. 떨어지면 죽어요. 떨어지면.
Fortunately, Crystal was not looking, otherwise she'd be yelling at me right now.
크리스탈.
Rob, don't do it. Get away.
여기는 레이 삼촌분께서 여기 틈만 나면 오셔서 자연 경관을 이렇게 즐기는 곳이라고 하시더라고요.
I asked Jin if he likes this area, and he just goes, "Yeah, the air's good."
Now, don't breathe it all up. Save some for us.
Selfie time.
Whoop.
So rainy and wet right now.
Be careful. One mistake, you're done.
You be careful too.
시애틀은 비가 많이 와서 길이 굉장히 미끄러워요. 그래서 접시력이 좋은 신발 무조건 추천드립니다. 그리고 비옷도 꼭 가져오시고요. 여기가 1942년도에 쓰던 미군 탄약 창고래요.
This looks scary.
감옥같이 생겼네.
This sure is creepy. Oh, it goes back. Quite a
It
ways.
is you get to another area back there. Blair Witch Project.
It's so scary. I shit on your That's scary in there.
You like it here?
I love it here.
Yeah.
Look at the dog. Look at this tree.
Ray, do you have to breathe like that in Minnesota?
Definitely not.
That is a Douglas fir.
Next place.
Hi. Hi. One way?
Yes.
Yeah. 10:35. 3 of you in there?
Four.
Okay. All right, lane 3. Have a good day. Thanks, you too. Jim, do you take ferries like this in Korea?
Yeah, there are some.
But we never took it together.
It's so expensive.
Oh, really?
There are. You can go to Jeju and stuff too.
It was only a little over $10 for this ferry.
Oh yeah.
They said it's only a 20-minute ferry ride. Back to Seattle. Oh, you're waiting for us. Sorry, I'm so slow.
From the back, you get it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, you wanna do Titanic?
Titanic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, when it's ready to take off, they're gonna blast the horn, and it's
Oh yeah.
loud.
Scary?
It's loud.
Jin, were you actually scared?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
그 워싱턴주 서부 쪽은 섬들이 굉장히 많잖아요. 그래서 차로 가려면은 완전 유턴을 크게 해야 해서 이렇게 페리 타고 차를 싣고 이렇게 반대편 시애틀까지 가는 거래요.
How do you feel about moving to Washington?
Maybe. As long as you like it.
I like it. It's so beautiful.
Can I follow?
Can you follow? No, I was gonna leave you behind in Minnesota to fend for yourself.
No.
Of course, we're going together anywhere we go.
Okay.
I love it here. So pretty.
This is cool.
Yeah, we can go in. We don't have to stay out here.
We've had an experience.
Yeah, I think we should go in, right?
Yeah,
Jin?
we should go.
Yeah. It's a good look, right? Yeah. Wow. Do I look good now, or do I look good?
My teeth are cold. He's training for the Seagull Olympics.
That's so cool. Oh,
Hi, Dad. Hello. We got your usual. Dad, this is Ray.
I remember Ray.
yeah. When I was really small, probably.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jim.
My husband Jin. I heard you watch our YouTube channel. Is that right?
Yeah, I've seen several of your little movies.
Yeah. Is it okay if Jin shows you in our
Oh yeah, that's no
videos?
problem.
Yeah. Hey, that's awesome. I mean, if we're out here more often, we'd love to spend time with you and treat you to some Korean food or something
Oh,
like
that'd be
that.
nice.
I don't know. Why not?
I joined the Navy in 1953, so I didn't have to go to Korea.
Oh, wow.
Of all the people that I knew that went, nobody came back.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. The Navy wasn't involved in the Korean War.
I
Yeah, they were,
to
but I was in the Mediterranean.
Ah.
They had all the aircraft carriers and stuff, and they would transport Marines and all that.
so all the like U.S. Army soldiers didn't come back.
They were killed.
Oh.
It's really sad.
Ah.
So if you had joined a different branch of service, maybe you would have had to go.
No, if you went in the Army,
Yeah. So I guess it
almost
was,
everybody had to go.
in a way, I guess it was lucky that you joined the Navy when you did.
So I was keeping the peace in the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Nice.
All of the wars that break out in the tropical Mediterranean.
Yeah.
What an experience.
할아버님이 한국 전쟁에서 네이비에 계셔서 운이 좋게 한국 전쟁에 참전하지 않으셔도 되셨대요. 그 한국 전쟁에 참여하셨던 그 동료분들은 다 전사하셨대요. 못 돌아왔대요. 와우.
Are you smoking tonight, Glenn?
Pork ribs,
Pork ribs. Wow. Nice.
bone and pork ribs. So go and mix these up tonight. That gets fed
You
pretty
didn't
well.
have to cook
I
for
like to
us. Sorry.
Oops.
Jin's jokes are
I missed it.
He said, "Oh, you didn't have to cook for us."
Wow.
I'm not gonna hook it up right now for the Wi-Fi, but pellets in here. On some pellets grill, but
We'll take him to like some kind of Korean barbecue restaurant.
Ooh.
Ah.
Oh,
Korean barbecue is awesome. It's a little
You can-
sweeter, but it's delicious.
Oh gosh,
Speaking-
fun.
Isn't that crazy?
I want to do this.
여기서 조개잡이 하신대요. 계란. Wow, so many.
This is exactly the lifestyle Jin and I want.
You gotta
We
move
want to
here.
go out and do all this stuff.
Yeah, you gotta move here.
Hunter-gatherer stuff.
The hunter-gatherer stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He does fishing,
Crab
Crabbies.
gathering.
smoking, every
Well, you
every
go get a
catch.
charter out of Westport and go fishing.
So you don't do grocery shopping?
Yeah, I try not to. We don't buy salmon. I go out fishing, and I've got a bunch out here. I don't buy it.
That
Wow.
is
Yeah.
so cool.
And this is
Wow.
the guy that makes his own preserves, makes jam.
I want to do that too.
You're so lucky.
Yeah, I am.
Try giving him some jam. If you want some, I'll send you home some.
Do you guys want some jam?
You want
It's
plum
just a little.
or
Toast.
strawberry rhubarb?
It's just a little jar of it. It's not
Strawberries?
a huge
Maybe
amount.
strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, what is this?
Clam
This is,
chowder.
this is the
soup? That's
yeah,
from?
it's soup. It's frozen.
이분 완전 자급자족하는 삶을 살고 계세요.
Strawberry rhubarb.
Wow.
That's rhubarb out of my house
Yeah.
and the strawberries I bought.
All right, we'll be back later for leftovers.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.